How long have you been in
Okay.
practice?
I've been a family physician now for almost 25 years.
Okay,
And been in
wow,
the healthcare industry for 4 decades now. So
wow, that's
I started
amazing.
my career as, as a medical. After 12 years of that, decided to go back to medical school, and here I am.
Wow. And so, somebody is busy and successful. I mean, you probably don't need the extra money because I think everybody would agree that doctors probably make a good living. What drew you to the natural products and more specifically, why Great Life?
Well, I've been attracted to the supplement business and natural supplements for decades. And over the last 20 plus years, I mean, I have looked at, evaluated, and implemented probably 400 or 500 products into my practice in some form, fashion, or the other. What brought me to Great Life was Nathan Dickerson.
Yes.
But he actually introduced me to the business from the business standpoint, and of course, I'm always interested in the business aspect of the business. So the things that Reggie is teaching us is fantastic because building the business long term is a great way to deal with a lot of stuff. And one of the things that I've seen in my practice, and we've sort of mentioned this a time or two before, probably the biggest issue that most people have from a health standpoint all stems from stress in our life. And the largest stressor that any of us deal with is financial stress. So having access to a business model to help offset the financial stress is a fantastic thing. And I love that part of the Great Life process. The products, however, are my mainstay because I thrive on taking care of patients every day. I'm in clinic 5 days. And what I have been able to do is the proof is in the pudding when it comes to treating patients. And if my patients don't see results, I may see great results myself. And I'm a supplement taker. I don't use prescription medications personally. I use supplementation to do my stuff. And I take a big handful of supplements in the morning and another big handful at night, and then use things intermittently for whatever happens to be going on at the time. However, when I can put a supplement into my clinical practice and have my patients come back with very positive feedback, game over. I mean, I'm all in at that point because that's where the rubber meets the road with me. Because it's one thing for me to notice a difference, but when other people notice a difference who aren't as convinced about supplementation as I am, that tells the story. And I have had dozens and dozens and dozens of stories now from patients in my clinic who are seeing phenomenal results using the Great Life products. So what I want to do tonight is I want to basically hopefully help you establish a little belief in your system, because if you can ever grasp the fact that most all of us at some point in our life need some type of supplementation, you're going to get a different perspective on how you're going to grow your business. And so one of the things that I see in my practice every day, and I can assure you that if you are talking to anybody you know, friends, family, coworkers, they're going to be experiencing the same thing, is very simply that everybody I see is tired, they're run down, they have brain fog, their emotions are all over the place, they're oftentimes not sleeping well. I mean, this process or these symptoms are ubiquitous, it seems like, in our culture right now. And we have some fantastic products that actually help fill those gaps. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is the product Get Juiced. It is fantastic for anybody who is tired, sluggish, having that brain fog, struggling with their daily routines because they just can't keep their mind in the game. Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, that combination of vitamins, minerals, fruits, and vegetables, it's hard to beat. And honestly, I had a conversation with a patient just the other day who the one product replaced 4 of their supplements. They're taking 4 supplements already, and they get more bang for their buck, and they're going to get better benefits from using Get Juiced than they do from those 4 supplements that they already have in their pantry. So they're already taking them. So when you can sort of talk to someone and sway them over and switch them, I mean, they're going to see amazing benefits. Probably the biggest benefit that I have seen, other than just sort of the vitality and the energy they get from Get Juice, is I have had several of my patients now tell me that it has completely lifted their brain fog. Sluggish, tired through the day, struggling to get through their work day, and taking this product has made a huge difference. In fact, this story is sort of amusing, but I had one of my patients just a couple of weeks ago come in, and she was telling me about how her focus had improved with the Get Juiced product. And her husband had been picking at her because there's a picture of a brain on the bottle that she has, the original bottle. And he said, it's just because you see the word brain or you see brain, you think it's in your head. And she said, I actually ran out of my product for almost 2 weeks before I got some more. And honestly, it was like night and day difference when she started back. So there is definitely some benefit to these products. The second product that I have found tremendous benefit with is the Clear Heart product. So, and I can tell you, if you're talking to people, the same type of story, people with high blood pressure, people with any kind of heart disease in their family, people with cholesterol issues, people with any kind of blood clotting disorders will all benefit from Clear Heart. Now, from my perspective as a physician, on these patients that I see, I have the benefit of actually being able to monitor their blood tests from when we put them on a product throughout that course of how long they're on the product. And I can tell you, I have had at least 3 patients in just the last 3 months who all came in because they have a significant family history of heart disease. They have cholesterol issues as their main one. And I personally, nobody takes offense, I hate the cholesterol medicines. The statins, in my opinion, create a tremendous amount of problems. They offer a lot of benefit for a lot of people, but they come with a whole host of potential side effects. And I personally, in my practice, avoid these medicines like the plague. So when they come in with me and they've got underlying heart conditions, they've got high cholesterol, they've got a family history, and especially we do some blood testing that shows that they have some elevated markers in their blood chemistries that indicate they are at high risk of heart disease, I oftentimes suggest they get on Clear Heart. And what I see is in as little as 4 weeks, I have seen them completely normalize some of their abnormal markers in their bloodstream. And for me, that's a game changer. I mean, it's all over with at that point, because now I feel very confident that no matter who I'm telling, whether I'm checking their blood work or not, we know we're going to see positive impact from a physiologic standpoint when we put people on these products. The other one, and the third one, and the final one I'm going to talk about is the Phytoxan product. That product, I have seen some tremendous benefit from 2 perspectives in particular. I have a couple of patients who have had elevated ANA titers, and I know I'm speaking out of term with this, but that basically is an anti-nuclear antibody test that is a marker for autoimmune disorders. So people with lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, thyroid issues, scleroderma, all kind of autoimmune type issues will oftentimes have that marker elevated. And I have seen the Phytoxan product completely normalize that ANA marker in their bloodstream. It's the only thing I have ever seen. Even the medications that we use don't always do that. So I am sold on those 3 products are at the top of my list, and I talk about those every day in my clinic with patients. So what I want you to take home tonight is simply this. If you want to blame somebody, you can always blame me, but tell the people that you're talking with that we are seeing observable results in blood chemistries from patients taking these products. and then encourage them to just try some. So people who are having any kind of hormonal dysregulation, which honestly is in this day and age is anybody over the age of about 30, is experiencing some hormonal shifts. And those are brought, fortunately, in a large part by stress in their lives, especially financial stress. But tell them that there's a product that you have that I have verified through blood studies that can actually help improve their state of health. It actually will reduce that. It can help alter their hormones because of its effect on IGF-1. There's some great products. Phytoxan is fantastic. And I think anybody probably over the age of 30 should be using it as a supplement just to help regulate the hormonal shifts that are going to happen over the next 2 or 3 or 4 decades in their life. And those hormonal changes are inevitable. So anything that you can do now to sort of slow that process down is going to be beneficial. So from my perspective, I just want you to understand that the products that we are dealing with, the business is great. The products are absolutely fantastic. And if you can ever get some of them, I mean, the proof is in the pudding. My patients just keep coming back and coming back and coming back and reordering and reordering and reordering, and it's fantastic.